Hello and welcome back to the Brian Career Mode here on FC24 Season 5, Episode 5. Let's go ahead and get into it. If you didn't catch the last episode, it was a good one. Please be sure to go check that one out. Very, very good episode. Like I said, started off with a 3-2 win against Wolves. Unfortunately lost 3-2 against Porto, which was a very, very tough loss for our Champions League standings, which I can show you here in just a second. 5-4 game against Fulham, which was just, obviously filled with a lot of goals, but it was an insane game back and forth throughout the entire game. 2-1 win over Norwich in the Carabao Cup, which was, of course, simulated, and then a 3-1 win over Spurs, followed by a 3-0 win over Porto, so that we could get some revenge on them for the earlier game in that episode. So let's go ahead and take a look at the standings in the Premier League and in the Champions League as well. So, as you can see here in the Premier League, sitting in second place currently, just behind Manchester United on goal difference as of right now, 27 points through 11 games. Definitely not a bad record there. Arsenal and Liverpool rounding out the top four behind us, with Man City and Newcastle behind them. Then, as you can see here, a couple teams, big six clubs, Chelsea and Spurs having tough seasons so far to start off the year, down in 10th and 11th. And then Fulham, Nottingham Forest, and Wolves at the very, very bottom. We, of course, have played a few of those teams already this season. So currently sitting in second place, 2 points behind Porto. So obviously that loss against them initially kind of hurt us, but we're still in a good place to get through. We play Monaco and Rangers, obviously, in our final two games. Rangers obviously should be a win for us against them. And against Monaco, as long as we draw or, win and win against Rangers, we will be through to the next round, or to the knockout rounds of the group. So that's the goal. That's the plan. We're going to need to get to the knockout rounds. We don't want to drop to the Europa League if possible. So first things first, let's get into this game against Brentford here in a few days. And then we will have a little bit of a break, and we play Arsenal after that, then Monaco in the league, or in the Champions League, then Chelsea, then Liverpool, and then Sunderland, and then another game in the Champions League. So it's going to be a very, very tough episode. We are going to get through at least the Liverpool game in this episode, and we might get through another one. We'll have to see how it goes. But let's go ahead and get into it. First things first, simulate to the Brentford game. This is Brentford's lineup for this game that we have against them coming up. Very decent lineup. And then, of course, our lineup is going to be very, very solid. The best 11 we can put out. We're going to go ahead and change the jerseys real quick. That ball is going to be knocked in the air. Garnacho going to end up with it. We're going to look over the top over here to Almada. What a clearance by the defender. Garnacho going to knock that one down, and Getson Fernandez going to lose possession. Brentford pushing forward here nicely, finding a pass inside. Willock inside to De Silva. And Brentford will take a 1-0 lead after 17 minutes. Good passing there, and they simply just outnumbered us in defense. Nothing we can do there, nothing Verbruggen can do about that one. Josh De Silva's second goal in only 5 games this year so far, but they take a 1-0 lead with it. Kudus pushing inside here. A pass over to Garnacho. Almada's going to end up with it. Garnacho was offsides on that second touch. Unfortunately, the rebound to Almada and the shot from Almada hit right off of him. Brentford over the top over here to Dabo. Dabo with a cross towards that back post. Huerta going to be able to control that one. Sends a cross back over to Dabo, but Okafor is unable to get past Ndeka. And as of right now, Brentford are looking like the much better team. Turnover in midfield from us. Ooh, and Okafor can't get that shot past Verbruggen. We nearly made a very crucial mistake. Dabo now down here on this wing, finds a pass inside to Stevens yet again. Ndeka, great defending by him yet again. Garnacho, we sort of have numbers here. Not exactly, but we're just going to continue to push down this wing with Garnacho. And eventually cut back inside, find João Felix. Nowhere to go. Going to go for a shot right at the keeper. Best chance of the game so far for us. We will have a corner here with Mohamed Kudus. And Diamande is going to be able to get on the end of that one, but send it over the bar. Almada down this right wing, finds a pass inside to João Felix. Shot is right at the keeper. Not a good chance taken there by João Felix. Huerta back inside to Renan Lodi. Back to Okafor. What a move to get around the defender there. We're going to have to take another look at that one. 2-0 Brentford. This move right here just takes out basically all 3 defenders. Nothing anyone can do about that. And very, very easy goal for Okafor. And it's looking like a draw is best case scenario in this game as of right now. Wow. We do not have numbers. Verbruggen, what a save from the shot by Willock there. Brentford at this point, deserve to win this game. We have just not been performing very well at all. I mean, we've had a few chances like you guys have seen, but just haven't been able to really take those chances at all. We do get a couple subs on. João Pedro on for João Felix. Hopefully he's not injured. And then Cherki on for Almada. Cherki. Oh, through ball here to Mohamed Kudus, who's going to look for that back post. We get one back. 2-1 now. 85 minutes gone. Only about 5 minutes remaining. We grab the ball. Got to get it back to the center line. Diomande with a tackle. Gets Fernandez inside to Moretti. Moretti does not have anybody else up here with him. We're going to wait on a run from someone on this wing. Kirkez down here. Kirkez looking for a cross. Back post. Not a bad effort, but it will be cleared away. And now Kozlowski pushing down this right side. Of course, a former player of ours. Makes a move inside. Goes for a shot. Gets around the defender and gets it around the keeper as well to finally put this nail in the coffin in this game. And that's going to be that 3-1 loss here at home against Brentford. We lost the game whether or not Kozlowski scored that last goal, but allowing a former player to do that to you just never feels very good. So, and I feel like playing so many games in a short amount of time can kind of do that to you. We've had like 7 games in the last 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, I think. So it's been a lot of games lately. We are now fully into the month of November, almost to December now already in this season. We do have a scout report here from France. And again, a very disappointing scout report. All of the players just weren't that great. So now, already here against Arsenal in our next game. Arsenal is sitting in first place currently. It looks like Manchester United also dropped 3 points in their last game as well. So still sitting in the top 4. Definitely not in a bad spot, but really need a win here. In our last game against Arsenal last year, Ben White, I believe, was who it was, got a red card a few minutes into the game. So this is going to be their lineup. I might actually make some changes to their lineup, put some better players in. I'm not sure who that left winger is. And then, of course, we're going to go with our best lineup. No matter the case, we got to get a win here. So let's go ahead and get into this game. I did make a couple of changes to Arsenal's lineup just because there were some players in there that were pretty low rated. Neto, of course, former player of ours on the left wing now. Julian Alvarez, Saka, Brahim Diaz, Martin Odegaard, Declan Rice in midfield. Estepinian, of course, former player as well. Lenormand, Van de Ven, John Stones, and Aaron Ramsdale in goal with these players on the bench. I mean, they've got quite the team on just every level. So, but we, of course, have just as good a player as Garnacho. If it would have been a little bit better of a pass on that first one, it would have been nice. Almada, oh, pass inside to Gedson Fernandez. And, I mean, come on, that's a back pass. I feel like that shouldn't be allowed in FIFA. João Felix, I see a ball sort of over the top to Kudus. Kudus to Gedson Fernandez. Can't get the shot away. We do eventually get the shot away. And in off the post, 7 minutes gone. Mohamed Kudus, second goal of the episode for him already. On fire early in this game. The animation kind of took him a second. It looked like he got initially tackled, but the ball stayed right there. And way to stay with it. Mohamed Kudus, 7th goal of the season now. Oh, good move by Brahim Diaz. Neto pushing forward. Gets a shot away. Verbruggen makes a save there. This will be the first corner of the game for either team. Very dangerous player on the ball. Martin Odegaard. We need to get this one away. João Felix heads it out. And Almada will clear it away eventually. And Gedson Fernandez will be on the end of it. We keep moving forward here. Pass inside. João Felix going to go for a shot. Kind of wanted that to go more towards that near post. Ramsdale makes the save. We will have a corner here. We're going to go ahead and swing this one in with Garnacho. Looking for Gedson Fernandez. And Gedson Fernandez with a headed ball into the back of the net. Not something we are used to seeing from him. 2-0 already after 20 minutes in this game. One thing I've noticed about Big Six clubs and about just bigger clubs in general is that they love to press, like, very hard. And when they do that, it leaves a lot of gaps in their team, and they're pretty easily exploitable, even on, ultimate difficulty. And it makes it sometimes a little bit easier to score against these bigger clubs. I don't know what in the world is happening there. But yeah, it sometimes feels like it is a little bit easier to score against bigger clubs, but I also think it's easier to concede against them, so maybe that makes sense. Neto pushing forward here. Good pass into Julian Alvarez. Julian Alvarez, the shot right at Verbruggen. Saved by him yet again. A couple of chances for them, just like we have had, but unfortunately for them, they just haven't been able to finish them. And we'll go ahead and clear that out. See, like that press, I mean, it's very high press, but then there's a lot of space down here. We're just going to pass this one down to Garnacho. Garnacho pushing forward now. Not the greatest cross inside. Hopefully we'll end up with it already. Down to Getson Fernandez. Over here to Kudus. Kudus can wait for the run of Sasha Bowie, who can send this across. And Almada can't quite get to it. Odegaard, pass inside to Brahim Diaz. Very dangerous player, obviously. Going to go for a shot. Wasn't expecting that, but Verbruggen does have to make the save. Pretty even half here so far. We've just taken better chances than they have. More expected goals for us, which obviously leads, more than likely, most of the time, 2 more goals actually scored. But luckily, we're able to get that one away. Garnacho could send João Felix through here, and does so very nicely. João Felix going to look to chip Ramsdale. Probably should have just gone for a normal shot. But I saw Ramsdale off his line just a little bit, and I thought I could be a little cheeky about it, but missed chance for sure. Inside to Brahim Diaz, goes for a shot. Blocked away, goes for another shot. Very, very close to going in, but luckily just outside the post. And we're going to go ahead and get a 2-man sub on here, excuse me. Garnacho coming off for Bruno Gittins, and Fabricio Diaz getting some game time in here for Getson Fernandez. Estepinho was taken off for Arsenal and replaced by Neymar, so that's going to be interesting to see how they're lining up now. Gonna look outside here for João Felix, not exactly who I was looking for. Cross back inside, Kudus is going to end up with it. Interesting header, was hoping he was going to go for a volley there. Free kick here in a fairly dangerous area because of a handball by Bukayo Saka. We're going to try to swing this one kind of towards that back of the 6-yard box. Almada swinging it in, kind of goes towards where we need it to go. Indika gets to it. Off the post, Fabricio Diaz going to go for another cross right into Bukayo Saka and knocked out. Julian Alvarez splitting our defense. Diomande and Indika luckily are fast enough to get back. Neto going to go for a shot. Diomande going to end up with the ball. Gets knocked around a couple times. Julian Alvarez nearly finds a goal off the crossbar. Oh, and we can breathe. A sigh of relief that doesn't go in right there. Almada waiting for a run. We find Bruno Gittins. Was really kind of looking for Kirkes there. We can find a run from Sasha Bowie out here. Sasha Bowie going to end up with the ball off of a mistake from, I believe, Pedro Neto. And that might be Sasha Bowie's first goal for the club. A very good one. Brahim Diaz now down this right wing. Excellent cross inside. Julian Alvarez going to end up with it. That was a little glitchy there for sure. Unfortunately, can't keep a clean sheet for Verbruggen, and Julian Alvarez is celebrating this goal very wildly for the fact that, they're down 3-1. Good touchdown, though, by Julian Alvarez, and unfortunately, nothing we could do about it. 6th goal for him on the season. And the referee will go ahead and blow his whistle there. Arsenal content to just play it around to finish out the game. 3-1 win here away from home at the Emirates over Arsenal. All right, and now a massive game up next against Monaco. If we win this game, we will be through to the next round no matter what. Or not to the next round, but to the knockout rounds. Obviously, Rangers can't come back, and if we beat Monaco, they can't come back on us either, so it would be us and Porto through. Our Youth Academy report has come back, and we've got a couple of players that are looking very nice down here in the Youth Academy. Of course, Sean Giles. I think I've shown him a couple times maybe. Looking very, very good. 5-star, 5-star. Good pace, good dribbling. Starting to get better shooting and passing as well. Already 69 overall at only 17 years old. So we might call him up by January and then send him out on loan so that he can get some game time somewhere. But a big game here against Monaco. This is going to be their lineup in this game. Looks like a very, very challenging lineup. But of course, we beat them in the last time that we played, in the last match that we played them. So I'm confident that we can win. Pretty much the same lineup that we've been going with, but Andy Diop going to get the start in this game. So let's go ahead and get into this one. Gauto pushing down this left side. Gets around Sasha Bowie momentarily. Just continues to make moves. Fabio Vieira looks inside for Balogun. Cutback pass is king, like always. Monaco take a 1-0 lead after 6 minutes. Kudus. Nice pass out here to Sasha Bowie, who keeps it in bounds. Almada looking, for a run from Kudus there. Sasha Bowie, good interception. Almada, I see Kudus. Kudus, good touch. Way heavy cross. Garnacho was wide open at that back post. Balogun inside of a defender. Gnabry don't want him to pass it back, but he does. And Fabio Vieira finishes that one. Another cutback pass. I mean, it's almost impossible to defend once they get down there. And now it's 2-0. Kudus finding a run from Getson Fernandez up here. Gets it Fernandez. Gonna go for a shot. 37 minutes gone. We get 1 goal back. So before the end of the first half, we are back into it. Thank you, Getson Fernandez, for that finish. Gnabry on the ball down the wing. Monaco have been feeling very dangerous. Kirk has great tackle and great feet to be able to get that one away. Garnacho with it now. Going to send Diop down the line. And Diop will continue running momentarily. We're going to look inside here for Almada. Defender backing off. Almada shot right at the keeper. And it will get cleared away for the end of the first half. Gnabry sending the ball through to Balogun. And Balogun will not miss that chance. Last-ditch defending by Diomande does not work out. Down 3-1, and so now all we can hope for is a draw at best. Balogun down to Matson. Matson inside to Gnabry. And that one is off of Ndicka. Oh, man. Monaco might have just sealed our fate. We really have to hope that they drop points between them and Porto next game. And we have to hope that Porto also dropped points just in this game against Rangers, because now our Champions League fate is no longer in our hands. We have to rely on teams above us. And that's going to be a terrible challenge. And a red card after 70 minutes for Youssouf Fofana. Almada inside to João Felix. João Felix to Garnacho. And that is just a terrible missed chance. Sacha Boey getting a yellow card for a challenge earlier. But we can't even score whenever we're basically wide open. Ndicka going for a challenge somehow doesn't get called for a red card there. We're going to wait for a run from João Pedro. Hopefully he can find a goal for us. Does have to get around this defender. We're going to pass this one off to Bino Gittins, who will get us one back to make the score 4-2. So I guess just a consolation goal. But unfortunately, 0 points from this game for us, and that's going to make things very, very difficult for us. And Porto did win their final game, or not final game, but their last game against Rangers, which means that they are officially through no matter what happens. And now it's just between us and Monaco, so we really need Porto to beat Monaco in their final game, and then we obviously still have to win against Rangers, which, you know, we drew against them the last time out, so things are looking tough there. But as you can see, we are sitting in first place in the Premier League, so things aren't all that bad. It's just tough because obviously Champions League is kind of the goal for this career mode, is to eventually, you know, move on to maybe winning the Champions League at some point, but it is our first year, so not too bad. It is what it is. Next game up here against Chelsea. Chelsea's lineup will be as follows. Sitting on like 10th or 11th place so far this season, 16 points through 12 games so far, or 11 of 12 games. Not great for them. We have Bino Gittins out on the left for this game, and then Cherki at the cam position. And those are the two changes we make from last game, as well as Moretti coming back into his usual starting role. And we will be wearing our red kits for this game, since Chelsea's colors are all blue for all three of their jerseys. So unfortunately, we can't wear our home jerseys, even though this is a home game. Wimmer sending a ball inside to Fofana. Fofana finding a pass down here to Nkunku. Nkunku, oh, back inside, and Verbruggen makes a save on that one. João Felix inside to Cherki. Cherki going for a shot. Not a bad effort. Diogo Costa does have to make a save. Trying to keep some pressure on their back line, and they will clear it away, but it will end up with us. Nkunku all by himself in the middle of the box. Cutback pass again. Nothing we can do about it. 1-0 Chelsea after 26 minutes. Things just aren't going quite as good in this episode as they have been for the past few. You know, getting inside to Getson Fernandez, who finds Cherki. Cherki's shot is wildly terrible. Oh, and Nkunku, I mean, what is that turn? And then goes for a shot. We got to clear this one away. We do. João Felix going to end up on it. Pass it over here to Cherki. Still another turnover. I mean, I don't know what that is all about. And then, of course, they're just going to make every move possible. And then that pass is so good. And we're down 2-0 again. Already with a nice steal in midfield. Going to look for a pass down here to João Felix. Great touch into the back of the net. 2-1 Chelsea still. 49 minutes gone. We at least get one back. Again, we need to at least get a draw in this game. And hopefully maybe even make the comeback. And Kudus with a nice ball down to João Felix. João Felix Oh, wow. Acrobatic catch there by Diogo Costa. Looking like Odell Beckham in the box. 66 minutes gone here. João Pedro coming on for João Felix. And then Garnacho coming on for Jamie Bino Gittins. Chelsea with the corner here. 84 minutes gone. It's still 2-1. Obviously, it's pretty much now or never for us. I mean, Nkunku, I'm not sure what that was. Kicks it off and gets Fernandez for another corner. Looks like they are going to swing this one in this time. Diomande heading that one out towards João Pedro, who is going to take a touch outside, but nowhere to go just yet. ADD off to Garnacho. Garnacho to Getson Fernandez. Getson Fernandez back to Garnacho. We find Cherki, who takes a pretty bad touch. Diogo Costa with a shot, or with a save on that shot, and it will go out for a corner. Gonna swing this one in, looking for anyone really. Andy Diouf with it, and Andy Diouf with another header. Oh man, we will at least rescue a point from this game. 89 minutes gone. We get a leveler. But not so fast here. Chelsea with the corner with 3 minutes of added time. Not sure how much is left, of course, with, you know, the glitchy scoreboard and everything. They're sending this one in, and that one's going to be right at Verbruggen. I don't think we're going to have a way to get out with the ball. And the referee will blow his whistle there. 2-2 draw here against Chelsea at home. Not the worst result, but again, not the best, of course. And we will go ahead and end off the episode here with the Liverpool game. We'll go ahead and get into it. Liverpool sitting in 5th place. Only lost 1 game so far this season, so they are obviously playing very well. They actually have the best goal difference in the league as of right now. We're currently back to where we started at the beginning of this episode. Level on points with Manchester United at 31. But still, again, just that -1 goal difference puts them ahead of us. But for this game against Liverpool, we will be able to start our basically best lineup that we can put out there. Unfortunately, Almada and Cherki both are a little bit tired, and a little bit too tired for my liking, to play in that cam position. So we're going to get Fabricio Diaz in at central midfield and play Fernandez at that cam spot. But best players that we can put out in every other position. And nothing like going to Anfield to play in a night game. I imagine this is going to be a difficult game for us, but, you know, I said the Arsenal game was going to be difficult, and it really wasn't. I didn't say anything about the Chelsea game, and it was definitely very difficult. And then there's that. I mean, that's just insane passing. Oh, man. It is so hard to stop these teams from scoring whenever they are as good as they are. And Kramer, I don't even know who that is, but he looks like he's pretty decent. Fabricio Diaz to Getson Fernandez. To Garnacho. Heavy touch. Really heavy pass, not necessarily heavy touch. Romero gets a block in on that shot. Thought for a second we were able to get one back immediately, but not just yet. And they're going to clear that corner out. Fabricio Diaz will knock that one back into Kudus, who will get around his defender. Look inside for Getson Fernandez. Not the greatest of passes. Kudus, good touch. Not good shot. Wow. I don't know who Gordon is. Oh my goodness, but he had a nice pass. And we are lucky to not concede there. Getson Fernandez has a pass over here to João Felix, who's going to turn inside this defender. Going to turn inside another defender. Look for a pass. Garnacho ran outside. Probably a mistake by me. Should have ended up with a goal there for sure. Kramer inside to Luis Diaz. Another save by Verbruggen. There's just no way. We have not given up a second goal yet. Liverpool are so good. This could have been another goal right there. That corner should have been another goal, realistically. Another save by Verbruggen. And now this one, we need to clear it away. We don't, but luckily it bounces over the bar. Kudus, good turn. Looks inside. Oh, Getson Fernandez tried to first time it. It was a good shot, just good defense and good positioning by the defender. Already taking a while to get that pass off to Kudus, but does. Finds João Felix and off the post. Damn, man. Yeah, this is tough. Trent down this right side. I'm sure something magical is about to happen. Not quite, but a great tackle in by Moretti. Sends it to João Felix, who has no help just as of yet. We will send it out to Garnacho. And Garnacho will be able to find a pass to Kudus, and Kudus finishes that one off. Alisson guesses the wrong way, ends up on the other side of the goal. And Kudus with another goal in this episode. Gets it Fernandez down here to Kudus. Kudus going to turn it around. Look inside for Getson Fernandez. I wasn't really looking for Fabricio Diaz. Kudus ends up with it again. Still nowhere to go. I'm just going to continue down the line again. Gonna look inside for Getson Fernandez. That time, the first time finish is on target. Getson Fernandez makes it a 2-1 game for Brighton Hove Albion. 6 minutes apart from our other goal. I mean, hey man, if the CPU wants to score from cutback passes, we can do the same. What a beautiful pass from Kudus. Goal and an assist in this game, and then a goal for Getson Fernandez. Now we just need to hold on to the lead for 20 minutes. Rabiot out here to Beck. Beck, tackled by Diomande. Rabiot with the ball again. Blocked by Sasha Bowie. Kudus, please run faster. Luis Diaz inside to Malin. Malin with the shot. Verbruggen, of all shots, can't make the save on that one when it's just one-on-one, basically. And Liverpool level the game at 2 with no time at all left, basically. 2 minutes of added time. Garnacho with the turnover, of course. And now they could be through again. Malin into De Jong. And we just blew a 2-1 lead in 3 minutes to end off this game and to end off this episode against Liverpool. And if that just doesn't sum up this episode as a whole, I don't know what does. I mean, just not a great episode. Obviously a great win against Arsenal, but besides that, it's been pretty rough. And luckily for us, we're still in 3rd place. We're still in the top 4, obviously. It's just things are getting a little close, a little tight up there in the top 4, top 5, top 6 teams even. Between Arsenal and Newcastle, only 6 points separating. So 15 games gone. We're slowly approaching the midway point of the season here coming up very soon. Sitting in 3rd place, you know, isn't bad for sure. We still have the opportunity to win the league. We're still definitely in contention of getting top 4. So can't complain too much. Liverpool, like I said, only 1 loss on the season so far. Lowest amount of losses in the league for anybody, and you can see why. They are just very, very good at being resilient at the end of games especially. So that's where we're going to leave off this episode. Next episode, we will get through the rest of the month of December, and we will then be into the month of January. If there are any signings that you think we need to make, or if there are any players you think we should, you know, maybe move on from, you know, midfield, wingers, striker, defense, goalkeeper, any moves that you think we should make, please be sure to leave your comments down below. Obviously, I will take them into consideration. Next episode should be slightly easier than this one, considering the teams that we are playing: Sunderland, Southampton, Burnley, Watford. I mean, we should win those games comfortably, but of course, you never know. And then a big game against Rangers, must win. And then, of course, we want Monaco to lose. Tough episode. Lost to Brentford, beat Arsenal, that was good. Lost to Monaco. Lost to Liverpool, draw to Chelsea. Sometimes that's how things go, but that's where we're going to leave it off. I will go ahead and show you the squad stats screen to leave it off. Thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to like the video. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.